Hey, Segovia, back with another video. Hope everyone out there's been having a good weekend, y'all. We're back. We're back with a banger. Another hour for you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Before we get into it, hit that thumbs up, y'all. Let's get to 1,000 likes so we can hit that algorithm, y'all. And just remember, these videos, they're for entertainment purposes only. I don't got time to go through and fact check everything. We're just out here to entertain, keep you guys occupied for an hour. Hope you guys are enjoying it. But you know my slogan, enough with the chit chat. Let's do what we all came here for. Let's get into the reaction. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Who knows about the demon that they call Rain Man?
Like I used to write all the time, before I started going into the Rain Man thing,
Well, Jay-Z certainly knows about him, so let me shed some light on the situation. Rain Man is allegedly a demon that up-and-coming aspiring music artists go to for fortune and fame. They allegedly make a pact to sell a soul to this guy, and that's how their success comes into fruition. If you remember the video that Jay-Z did with Rihanna, with the image of her with her shoulders up, which looked like a Baphomet, blatantly, and Jay-Z on the song says Rain Man is back. Just tap that into Google, you will see big music moguls paying homage and mentioning this person in the music. Eminem says it on one of his songs. I'm a big believer in speaking words into existence, so I'm not going to repeat them lyrics, but just take a look at them. Talking about selling his to Rain Man. Why are musicians paying homage to someone if they don't exist? Why is there a pattern of him mentioning this person? Eminem's mentioning him. Eminem is a very lyrical rapper. He's not just going to say something like that for the sake of it. There is depth and meaning behind what he's saying.
Did you guys see that the whole lake of Michigan is frozen over? Look at this, y'all. Just about a month ago, this same lake was turned into a slushy. Y'all remember that when it was like a slushy? And not just a slushy, but it also had some lily pads growing in
what
it,
a
y'all.
photographer captured when he took his drone out over Lake Michigan. Not just a chilly moment of calm, but a breathtaking look at what he called ice lily pads that formed on the surface of the water amid frigid temperatures.
But yes, y'all, do you guys see that? The ice is making these perfect circles. How is that possible, y'all? We've been coming across nature doing this lately. The spirals or the Fibonacci sequence coming out of the water, the Fibonacci sequence that the whales were creating. So from this to completely frozen, y'all. This is crazy. Ice is everywhere. Look at this in Chicago. The ice has literally mimicked what the Chicago skyline looks like. How do you explain this? Nature's intelligent. Nature is alive. Look at this. Look at the intricacies. This right here is the ice volcano in New York that erupted. Look at this, y'all. Take a look at this. Wow, nature is just beautiful. Don't that look like cauliflower? Don't that look like cauliflower? And it looks like the crazy clouds we've been seeing as of late as well. Let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. Beautiful time to be alive. The shift this year. I keep telling y'all to like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
Tell y'all a true story. Be simple and watch this video to the end. Detroit is frozen. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go. Yo. How, man? Shh. Shut up. Nobody could go nowhere. Did you see that? They were saying that a pipe broke. Now look at this place. Shh. Shut up. This is ridiculous, guys. How are you going to live like this? Did you see that? Meanwhile, in West Virginia, come on. You can't make this up, guys. It's flooded in West Virginia. Whose Mustang is that? Shh. Shut up. And why is the top down? They was riding with the top down in the flood, you mother. Shh. Shut up. That's actually smart. So you won't get flooded in the car. Shh.
Shut up.
Don't you get it? Every single day is going to be something new. And to be honest with you, you haven't saw nothing yet. Stop playing with me, son. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I don't even know if that video is real, but I think it is real because they saying that's what's going on right now. A pipe broke in Detroit, and it's flooding in Virginia. Shut up! Do you live out there? I hope you're safe. And get ready, guys, because this could be coming to your city, my city. What I'm trying to understand right now is why is the pipes breaking in the winter? Oh, I get it. It was frozen and it cracked. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on here, guys, and you know what's going on. You think it's a game? All these disasters, natural disasters. I don't know what to think, guys. You know, for all the people that's in Detroit, West Virginia, I never thought I would be saying this. Get out now. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on here, guys, and you know what's going on. But I tell you one thing, if I ever go outside and there's water in the street that is frozen and it's up to here, I ain't going outside. I'm going right back inside.
So Detroit, you know, winter times cold, known for that. Sky says it's happening to every city, every state. I wonder if maybe this summer in Arizona or where I'm at is going to be a super hot summer. Something to do with that. Electric going out, people in the heat. I don't know, y'all. Hope not. But these crazy phenomenons are happening, and we got a lot of comments yesterday from people from Michigan, been there, on just 40, 50 years, never seen nothing like this. So crazy things are happening, y'all.
The reason why all this flooding is going on in Detroit is because the Mississippi River is going to increase in size. All the ocean water is going to go up the Mississippi River into the Great Lakes and basically expand the Great Lakes all throughout that area. So that whole area is going to be covered in water according to the Navy flood map. So there's actually water underneath Detroit. There's actually a river that runs right through Detroit called the Detroit River. But underneath Detroit, there's like water in that whole area because that whole area is going to be covered by like 2030. So that's the reason why it's getting cold up there too, because the North Pole is moving. So not only is it going to, flood the whole area, it's going to actually freeze as well. I don't know how many times I got to keep telling y'all to observe the map. They're telling you exactly what's going to happen, and you have a choice to prevent, your future.
So these images claim that they can spot inequality from above. So let's take a look. Let me know what you think. Is this Buenos Aires, Argentina? I mean, there is a clear difference here. There is a line. Johannesburg, South Africa, separated by a road.
Green and
Mumbai, India. These are like all squares. Why do they all have blue roofs over here? Huh. Separated by a road again. Durban, South Africa. This looks like a pretty nice neighborhood. And then down here, yeah. I see their point. Detroit, United States. Again, separated by a road. This road's got fresh pavement. This one right here is some older pavement. Cape Town, South Africa. A lot of South Africa in here. What is this? Jacaras, Venezuela. Oh, they got trees over here. They don't have so many trees over here. There's no trees. They were just packed in there. They packed all those houses in there.
Take this piece off here, and put it over here. And now you see, the United States is no longer in the middle of the map.
Right.
Now, I did this with a major record company in New York City, I think in 1970. And an older man stood up in the back of the room and said, "Now, Elliot, you've gone too far." I said, "What's your problem?" "You can't do that with the map." I said, "Well, actually you can." He said, "No, the United States isn't in the middle of the map anymore." I said, "The United States never was in the middle of the map. You need to realize this depends on how you draw your map." And then I pointed this little background to him. South America is actually 9 times larger than Greenland.
Even though it doesn't really look like it.
No, it is. South America is actually 9 times larger than Greenland.
It's crazy.
Now, according to your social studies teachers, what is the equator? Halfway between the North Pole and the South Pole on this map would be right about here.
Right.
And that means that Iowa has a semi-tropical climate. Well, you've been in Minnesota in the wintertime.
I've been in Iowa too. It's definitely
You know that it doesn't have a tropical climate. So you have to then introduce a real version of the map of the world. That's what this is doing.
That's very good.
The Peters projection map. The sizes on this map are right. The shapes are distorted. Look at Greenland on this map. Right there. See it?
Yeah, it's really tiny.
See how small that is?
Right.
Look at it on the Mercator projection.
So why do they do that? I don't understand.
Why? Because the Pope commissioned Mercator to make a map that shows the spread of Christianity. So all the countries in which there are predominantly white people are larger than those in the southern part of the world, halfway between the North Pole and South.
Crazy, y'all. This is so deep.
Now, If you
People that
have
run it.
children going to school and they're seeing this map,
She was caught accidentally using her powers. Wait, what?
Hello. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, but it does. Oh my god! Oh, sorry. Sorry.
It's all right.
I couldn't do that again if I tried.
One of the celebrities that played a witch recently. Oh, Ariana Grande? Yeah. Was on Hot Ones. She like had a chicken wing, dropped it, but people are saying she used like telekinesis when she dropped it because the chicken wing flipped, bro, and it like hovered over, and it still doesn't make sense to me. Are you sure it just didn't fall like a wrong way? Watch it.
No.
What the fuck are you? It did a kickflip, Gavin? Oh yeah, it did do a kickflip. It did a kickflip, pop shove it? Nah. So this is what happened. Theory. He's on Hot Ones. She's not in the right mindset because the food's too spicy. Yeah. So she accidentally used her powers without thinking about it, bro.
Jiffy Lube charges.
That used to be my trick back in the day when Segovia was a skater. A variable, was it a variable? Guaranteed 10 out of 10 I can land that. Couldn't do a kick flip, hill flip, 360 flip to save my life. But if you needed a variable flip when we're playing skate, guaranteed 10 out of 10, y'all.
Over $500 an hour. They just don't tell their customers their hourly rate. Instead, they use flat rate pricing and change your oil in like 10 minutes for $100. It's the same with restaurants. They have to make like $3 to $5 grand a day just to stay in business. That's like $500 an hour. But you wouldn't eat there if they told you that. That's why I never charge hourly.
Remember this? Maybe this had something to do with what's like something right here that he saw touch his soul. I don't know. What do you guys think of this whole Pope situation?
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, we'll check back with you.
I could have put Crooked Hillary in jail.
I respected that you didn't because what you said was it would be bad for the country.
I couldn't even imagine the wife of the President of the United States of America going into jail. And if you ever saw when I'd say something about her, they say, lock her up, lock her. And I'd always go, take it easy, just relax. We're going to win this thing. Take it easy. And I'm telling you, I kept it down, just the opposite. Now they say, oh, Trump wanted to put her in jail. I saved her from going to jail. They had more stuff on her.
So you work your whole life. You get taxed at a minimum 50%. All in. Your income tax plus all the other tax, property tax, tax to buy shit, tax to sell shit, gas tax, at least 50%, okay, for most Americans that work and pay taxes. Now you work your whole life. At the end of your life, after 60 fucking years of working your balls off, you've accumulated some shit. You have a house that maybe you paid off. Maybe you have some property and you have some things that you would like to leave to your family, okay? You got to $1 million and you have 2 kids and you're thinking, all right, I got $1 million. And I can leave the 2 kids each $500,000 worth of stuff. That's not accurate because the government comes in and takes $600,000 of that $1 million, and now you have $200,000 each for the children when you worked your whole life for that. So whatever you accumulate under the oppressive system, at the end of your life, they end up taking 60% anyway.
So I know you guys seen Detroit's frozen private lake that everybody has in front of their home, but did you guys see the waters exploding through the pipes inside of people's homes? Oh my goodness, y'all. I thought y'all were supposed to leave the water dripping so the water don't freeze, but the water literally busted through the pipes. Look at this, y'all. Every single room in this house is destroyed. This is crazy, y'all. Every single day, the day after tomorrow, that movie, it draws closer and closer to us because ain't no way, y'all. I told y'all these movies are literally talking about our lives. Where else are they going to get the information? Look at that bathtub. Oh my goodness. What would you do in a situation like this? Ain't no way I'm ever living in this place again, y'all. This place is condemned. Look at this, y'all.
That's crazy.
What? Wasn't the government supposed to fix this situation, this water problem that Detroit has been facing for quite some time now? Look at the blocks of ice leading from one room to the other. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is crazy. Yeah, the shift is here, y'all. And supposedly there's more snow heading their way, y'all. I cannot make this stuff up. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Let's continue to get this shift.
I was just watching TV. Do you know what really itches my ass? Americans' money. It's all green. I'll show you mine. I'll show you Australian money in 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds to prove a point. But is it all green? Is it always all green? Is it all the same size? Why does it rip? Why does it squish up? And you have it all squished and you have this big pile of squish. Ours doesn't squish. If you want to know if this note's real or not, you squish the shit out of it. If it pops back, it's a real note. Not only that, our money, I'll flip this over. 1 minute. Give me a sec. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear the fuck with me. Oh my God, flip over. It has braille. Our money has braille, so the blind can tell which note it is. So a $5 note has one piece of braille. A 10 has 2, a 20 has 3, and then up and up and up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of braille. So this $100 note here would have 5 dots of braille for the blind to be able to feel that and go, cool, $100 note, easy as piss. Look at the color difference. I'm missing a 20, which is red, but it's even see-through. It's see-through. It's inviting. It's beautiful. It's fun. It's got holograms. Our money has holograms. Americans' money, I will never understand it. I just won't. And you can scrunch these up. These are all real because these are going to pop back just like that and they're flat. Why does Americans' money not do that? What year are you living in?
People's Republic of China, a fourth of the world's population, incidentally, and the head of the whole intelligence system. So there's no question about that. There's nothing wrong with having a president who knows something about something, incidentally. Though I'd never worked in this field, well, I did once in Washington a little bit. But I thought I would push teaching Jane and John to read. I think that is one of the great lacks in our country. We're cheating our children, and I decided that there are very many good programs out there. Reading is fundamental. There are a lot of good ones, and that I could take a page from every First Lady's book.
Just leave that there, I guess.
Wow, so your brain doesn't really know the difference between, say that again?
Between something that happened in real life or something that you strongly visualize.
So you could create enough of a visualization for yourself if you really were to powerfully start to focus on it and do that and build that ability to visualize something that your brain at one point would have to think it's so true that the world would meet you and put it into your life.
I love the way you put that.
Wow.
This is insane. This kid right here got the first ever non-blurry alien footage. I'm telling you, this is some crap. But first, the news is at it again. They are airing a football type UFO thing on the news.
Why didn't I
You
see
know
that?
what it means when they are reporting on something, right? Everyone's trying to say it's Project BB, right? Well, the news says that as well. So obviously they want you to think they're holograms. Wonder why? We'll get right back to the guy's footage in a second. And we'll also go over what I believe they are.
It's not weird, but I just had something pass underneath my wing, maybe.
It's just amazing that's happening at the time of the Dior bags, which are still in the sky, just no one talks about them no more. Now what you really want to see.
Saw the alien and I recorded it on my TV with a tripod because I recorded on that camera and I can't get off the disc.
This is just the first clip, but wait till you see the second clip when it's out in the open and super tall.
Can you come out of the grass?
Notice how it ran away when he was talking to it. It's right here. He's about to zoom in so you can see it better. And it matches the description of everyone who's been abducted.
Crap. What do you want?
Pretty bizarre stuff.
I reckon it's been 2 times in 25 years when there's been a difficult actor. And the truth is, you can't do anything, really. You've got to take it on the chin and, go, oh yeah, you see your point, because they've got you by the balls. Because in a production, if you've got an actor in for a day or a couple of days or whatever, everything's in place. Sometimes you've got actors for one day and they're going on to another job, or you've got a location for one day. You can't just fire an actor because they're being an arsehole, because you've got to start again. And you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders. I can't go to the studio and go, oh, I fired him, he was annoying me. And what are you going to do? I'll go, don't know. So you've got to sort of go, no, okay, yeah, good point. And get the best out of them. You've got to treat them like fucking children, really. Because they're spoiled and they've been turned into children. Particularly actors, it's like it's all they've ever done. Like they've been acting since they were 18 or something, or straight out of college. Everyone's doing something, but people fucking tie your laces for you, get your coffee when you want it, I've seen actors gob their chewing gum into the fucking makeup woman's hand. You know what I mean?
As the president said, there's a lot of rich people out there. They should be caring more about the country. Because the reason they should be caring more about the country is if America falls, what do you think is going to happen to your business? Do you think you're going to be okay if the ship of America sinks? Of course not. What I'm doing here, what the president's doing, is it's just long-term thinking. The ship of America must be strong. The ship of America cannot sink. If it sinks, we all sink with it. It's essential that America be healthy, that America's economy be strong. America is the central pillar holding up Western civilization. That pillar must be strong. If that pillar falls, the whole roof comes crashing down.
Including his ships.
There's no place to hide.
Including his ships.
There's no place to run.
Nothing. There's nothing left.
Throw away all the peanut butter. Even if it's organic, lovely, Whole Foods peanut butter hand crushed by birds. So peanuts, when they're stored, they release a gas, and that gas is so carcinogenic. So those peanuts are then crushed and put into peanut butter. And there are so many oils in there. There are so many acids in there that are all carcinogenic. You're basically eating junk to your body. You are hurting your body. You are reducing your health.
Okay, let's debunk this crap. Time school. 1, birds don't have hands, so they're not hand crushing anything. 2, I assume she's talking about aflatoxins, which are not a gas, but they are harmful compounds produced by certain moles like Aspergillus. These can grow on peanuts and other crops under warm, humid storage conditions, and they are carcinogenic at a certain exposure level. And whilst I agree that this could be an issue in certain poorer regions of the world, this global risk assessment showed that almost all aflatoxin regulations worldwide are adequately protected, with the exception of several nations in Africa and Latin America. Then she made a crazy claim that peanut butter is junk and has so many acids and oils in there that are all carcinogenic. Okay, clearly peanut butter isn't as bad as she's stating, seeing as though many studies show potential benefits. The Nurses' Health Study showed that women who consume peanut butter 5 or more times a week had a 21% reduced risk of type 2 diabetes. And 6-month controlled human studies show that 2 tablespoons of peanut butter a day lead to improved immediate memory, lower anxiety and depression scores. So yes, whilst it is calorically dense, to suggest a healthy fat source like peanut butter is junk and carcinogenic is beyond stupid. Class dismissed.
I don't know if y'all can really see how big she is. I'm talking about it's huge. I think we on Dakota. Give y'all a little history. Man, it's been huge, dog. Check that. I'm probably like a little size of that feet if you can see my shadow. I know I'm probably suck with the film. Oh yeah, give you a little scenery. Scenery view.
Did y'all get to see this in England, y'all? Look at this. What is this about? What is happening here? What universe are we in? Y'all see this? So I slowed it down for y'all so y'all can really see the wonder and the magic of this, y'all. It literally looks like our world is splitting. Y'all see that? It looks like the dimensions is splitting. That's plasma, y'all. That's plasma energy. Oh my goodness, y'all see that? Look at this. And it rises up like it's splitting this world. What? The guy said he looked in his window and the sky was completely orange, and he went out the front door to take a look, and then he looks back and he sees this thing. He immediately pulls out his phone and start recording, and just as quick as he got it was just as quick as it was gone, y'all. Oh my goodness. Look at that junk just spinning, trying to touch the heavens. Oh wow, man. The shit is here. We be telling y'all this. Deny something great isn't happening, y'all. I can see the shift. I can feel the shift. I can hear the shift. But where is it at? It's still going, y'all. This is part of the process. You get to be part of the greatness as well. That's why we have all these eyes out there to look at the sky to see what's going on. Not just the sky, but the water as well. But amazing times we live in, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Let's continue to get this shit. Peace out.
The sacred mushroom, the key to the door of eternity, the search for the sacred plant of the ancients, used to send the mind to another world and into the future. And that particular kind of mushroom is called a Amanita muscara. The sacred mushroom and the cross. A study of the nature and origins of Christianity within the fertility cults of the ancient Near East by John Allegro. John Allegro was the number 3 man appointed by the state of Israel, England, and America in charge of the Dead Sea Scrolls. The top 3 men that were picked in the beginning were all fired because of what they said was in the Dead Sea Scrolls that was not supposed to be said. All 3 men were fired. Here in the catacombs of Rome, under the Vatican, you will find paintings in the old catacombs of the Amanita muscara being the sacred tree of knowledge of good and evil. I've often wondered, see, because the mushrooms were a hallucinogenic drug. And I've often wondered, is that why they call the priest high priest? The magic mushroom, from all indication, is a sincerely important discovery that was made in the ancient and prehistoric world. This stuff works.
This idea that people can escape to New Zealand or some other place is false. If the central pillar of Western civilization, that is America, falls, the whole roof comes crashing down and there is no escape.
Have you ever heard anything like this?
No.
Heard a presidential interview talking about if and when the country of the United States of America falls, how the citizens will have no escape, but instead we will be trapped here. Is this an analogy? Is this their plan? When does the resistance start? When do we start meeting together to take action, to make sure that we as a people do not get trapped?
Whoever the fuck this guy is named Steve Bannon just did the craziest shit. And y'all, we just seen this not too long ago, but a lot of people was giving this man excuses, saying he was saying my heart goes out. So what was he saying, y'all? Look at this video.
The only way that they win is we retreat, and we're not going to retreat. We're not going to surrender. We're not going to quit. Fight, fight, fight.
So after watching that video, y'all let me know down below in the comments, what was he trying to do? I want to hear the excuses. Because we all know y'all made the excuses last time.
For real.
I don't care because I'm not listening to y'all because I know what it is at the end of the day. But it's crazy that they do it right in our faces. They like, what are y'all gonna do? The sad part is, it's not enough people to do anything about it. Because a lot of people is still, like, these boys be sleep. They be sleep. And then they make a video trying to downplay everything us people was talking about they're doing. He was on a Time magazine. Look what it say. The Great Manipulator. Steve Bannon, Chief White House Strategist. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. Shit crazy, fool.
I'm going to just say this, y'all, because there's a lot of Elon Musk fans that watch these reactions. I'm going to just say this. What if Bill Gates or Mr. Fauci was saying, if and when America falls, we're going to be trapped here? What would we be saying then? Right? I don't know. Something about him I don't like. But this next clip, y'all, check this out. Like, he's realizing that his tattoos ruined. Like, what do you think doing that is gonna do to you? That's got to be some sort of mental illness to get your tattoos like that and horns on you, and that's rock bottom, y'all. Anyone that's had them elbows to knees knows that's rock bottom. Segovia has been there quite a few times in my life. I just didn't put a camera on me when I was doing it, but I mean, what do you think? Everyone's terrified of you walking by you.
Wait, this is what McDonald's cheeseburger does in your stomach.
Here we go, good old McDonald's cheeseburger. Still warm. Just tempted to eat it. Okay, so we're going to leave our burger to digest for a while in the acid. Come back later and see what's happened. And like most of the chemicals I talk about, I can be absolutely sure that every person watching has a sample of hydrochloric acid with them as they watch. Because hydrochloric acid is found in everybody's stomach, and it's part of our digestive process. So, as you're watching me, churning away in your stomach is hydrochloric acid, which is one of the first stages in which food is broken down into usable components to give you energy or make you fat. It's 3.5 hours. So we're going to see what happens to a tasty McDonald's cheeseburger after 3.5 hours of concentrated hydrochloric acid. Okay. Ooh. Oh my God. I think it's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, that's nasty. Drive-thru would still be packed though, y'all. That's disgusting.
How much you want to bet Fort Knox has Saddam Hussein's gold in it?
But look on the bright side, Chuck, considering how woke your party has become. If Kamala loses, you still have a chance to become the first woman president.
Oh, shit. Let me tell you something, man.
These are bars, bro.
Man, I didn't like that fucking Chuck Schumer was just sitting by him cooling out.
Because they homies.
But I don't like that.
He loves him.
And I don't like that. Don't call somebody a threat to democracy and all of this other stuff, but you just sitting there yucking it up. Like, this ain't a podcast.
Oh,
like
you believe politicians.
Yeah,
that's so cute.
No.
It's still real to me, damn it.
No.
Do you know Santa Claus don't come?
No.
Santa Claus don't eat the cookies in the middle of the night. Mommy and daddy do that.
That's what a lot of people don't realize, y'all. Some do. I remember I got some comments. People, they know what's up. But I'm from my comment about Elon Musk, I got 10 comments already right now that people already wrote. But y'all don't realize what is it? Birds, wings on the same bird, whatever that saying is. That's what it is, y'all. They just keep us divided. That's how they get away with doing everything. But behind closed doors, they're playing golf out there together, y'all. While we're out here arguing and bickering and doing all that over what they're doing, they're playing golf together, y'all.
If you drink coconut water, you might want to check your fridge. Right now, more than 2 million cans of coconut water are being pulled from shelves. The FDA has issued a recall on 12 canned cartons of Jarritos coconut water. According to them, a seal on the can could break, and that could lead to contamination with harmful bacteria. The recall is currently in place across 29 states, including Texas. So if you have some in your fridge, they say just throw it out.
I keep telling y'all, many different stores have different chemicals and different ways to bring you to an early grave. You ever have one of your family members come out of nowhere and get diagnosed with something else that nobody else has in the family and ever had? You're either drinking, spraying, or rubbing something on yourself that's chemically toxic. Walmart, Target, a lot of different big stores, toxic. But once you look at the owners and how toxic they are, you understand why. They don't care about your life. I know a lot of you guys ask yourself, well, what is the alternative? Yes, there is an alternative. There are different stores that you can shop at that are not toxic, but in fact are healthy. Not only that, but different stores who are owned by God-fearing individuals. There's a whole movement going on with millions of people who already know about this. The question is, do you know about this? Guys, if you don't know about it and you want to find out about the movement, click the link in my bio or the link in my caption. It'll be somewhere where you guys can find out about the movement. I've joined the movement. My family have joined the movement. We gave up on toxic trash. So it's only right for me to share the same solutions with you. Check the link, get involved. God bless you. I love you. Shalom.
All kids are curious about everything. They overturn rocks and poke things and generally create chaos at home because wherever they go, they make a mess. But that mess, the parents think they're making a mess, but no, they're not. These are the results of experiments they've been doing to discover the operations of nature. And most of what parents do is they spend the first years of the kid's life teaching them to walk and talk. And then the rest of their life telling them to shut up and sit. If you happen to leave an egg up on the counter and a little toddler, because you're making breakfast, and a toddler is reaching up, you say, no, don't touch that. And I'm saying, no, let him grab it. Let him. What did the egg cost you? Last I checked, 40 cents at most. Watch. You know the egg is going to end up breaking, but so what? Once the kid starts playing with the egg.
Damn. Now, there's one of those mountains in Arizona. If you're driving on the I-17 heading north, I believe it's after Anthem, maybe before Anthem, like in the middle of Anthem and Deer Valley and all that, Phoenix. There's a mountain on the right side if you're heading north, and it's like an Indian laying on his back. You can see everything: the nose, the eyes, the eyebrows, the chin. It's a trip, y'all. Next time Segovia goes to Sedona when I'm out there in Arizona, which will be coming soon because I gotta take the baby out there. That's my spot. Sedona, right? I'll film a little TikTok for you guys so you guys can see, and we'll throw it on the video.
Holy shit. So Jaguar Wright has basically said that they are going to use Kendrick Lamar as a sacrifice, and that the Super Bowl performance was just one big whole setup. So she's done this recent interview, right? And it's crazy because if you know Jaguar Wright, you know a lot of the shit that she said, and I'm really into this. And she's basically saying that Kendrick Lamar is the perfect person to eliminate right now. He is the perfect person to remove. Jaguar has basically said that they need Kendrick gone because he is waking up too many people. She said, what's the difference between Bob Marley and Kendrick Lamar? Nothing, because they're both around the same age, and they have both at some point used their music to make people see the truth. She has boldly come out basically and said that the pattern with Tupac and Biggie Smalls is about to repeat itself all over again, and that this vicious circle in the music industry is never going to stop. But who is she talking about when she says they? Look, I get heavily invested in this stuff. I find it really interesting. But would they eliminate Kendrick Lamar?
Crazy things happening in the world right now. Spike the Chihuahua, born on November 30th, 1999, is the only dog left alive from the previous millennium. A Florida judge used a Quest 2 to experience a crime firsthand. A declassified document from the CIA says they used astral projection to visit Mars 1 million years ago, back in 1984. Taylor Swift did not actually sign a guitar that a man bought for $4,000 just to destroy. A woman was left disappointed after filming what she thought was Northern Lights, when in reality was actually a tomato factory nearby. A Wisconsin man was found to have faked his own death after being found in Uzbekistan. 43 monkeys still remain on the run from a South Carolina lab. Costco was forced to recall over 80,000 pounds of butter because the label forgot to mention that it had milk. A raccoon burst through the ceiling tiles at LaGuardia Airport. A British man passed away falling off a bridge in Spain while he was creating online content.
One thing about Drake is over with forever. Drake ain't coming back, right? So everybody can like give it up, right? There's no coming back. Y'all quit saying Kendrick Lamar and Drake and all of this. That shit fake. They really just trying to stop everybody from knowing that like the world is switching from like the third dimension to the fourth. That a lot of people don't know. So all of that shit is just like the trick, right? They don't want you to know the truth, Capone. You want to talk about the Super Bowl, but talk about how the world changed in front of your eyes. The planes is falling, Capone, right in front of your eyes. You want to talk about the Super Bowl? We switching from the third dimension to the fourth, and you talk about the Super Bowl. They put these tricks here for you to think about and forget about your soul, Capone. Stop playing with me. But you want to keep talking about the Super Bowl, Capone? I want to keep my soul. Stop playing with me, Capone. Come on, gang. You want me to lose my soul, gang? Stop playing with me. Man. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. The fuck?
Would you let your son fight?
I would let my son fight before I let him do football.
The football is way worse.
I think it's way worse. They did a study on CTE with football, and they went from high school all the way into NFL players. Even in high school kids, most of them have it. And then you get into NFL, like people play all the time. Like they played like Pee-wee, they played junior high school, high school. Most likely they have some form of CTE. And then you get into, if you get into NFL, it's like 90+% of the guys have CTE.
I never heard it till recently. We had Chandler Jones on our podcast. John Jones, brother.
Yeah.
You met him before?
No, I've seen him at the UFC. But...
Yeah, he seems like a real cool guy. He was saying that people diagnosed him with CTE, but he said he didn't believe in it.
Wasn't Chandler the one that had some sort of an incident where he went crazy?
Yeah, he did have something.
A lot of people don't believe in things that are still real. You know?
I know with my son, the goal is, we're in Texas, right? Texas is all about high school football. I'm going to try to steer him to baseball, basketball, track for sure. We're going to be out there running that mountain. He's going to be doing cross country. That's a fact. But that's the goal, y'all. It's up to him, right? It's not up to me. But so I'm trying to mold him to. Got to play sports, y'all. I didn't play sports in high school. And that's one thing I wish I would have done, was played some sports. It builds confidence, builds leadership, builds discipline. If you don't get your grades, you ain't going to play, right? You got to do this to get to play, right? Business before play.
Some interesting things that you guys can put together and tell your story. It's for me to tell my motherfucking story. When it comes to the part where you talk about left eye had a problem, if he died because of me, that's a lie. But let's talk about some facts. Whitney Houston, it's on your hands. I remember the conversation when she thought her life was in the toilet. She didn't even say your name. She just used the term that Brandy's little brother bringing me drugs and doing drugs with me. Brandy's little brother trying to kiss me and do drugs with me. Next thing you know, she's dead. You brag about all these phone calls recorded. You brag about how Snoop tell you and told you he's a part of the people who put bread to kill Pac. That's why I say don't mention Tupac's name in none of your interviews, because you fuck with the motherfucker Snoop who said he had something to do with it. So Snoop was involved in killing hip-hop's best all-time artist. You was involved in killing the best female vocalist that ever did it, Whitney Houston. So to get your ratings to go up for Love and Hip Hop, wherever the fuck that is, or wherever you guys got to do to be relevant, talk about that. That alone speaking volumes.
Whatever Elon Musk is, he cannot be stopped, and you shouldn't want to stop him. Just prepare. Ask yourself what you're going to do. But what's done is done. And what is what is. And God is in control of all things.
It seems like he wants to communicate with aliens and touch.
What do you mean he wants to? What makes you think he doesn't already?
Man, say.
What makes you think it's aliens he talking about?
How far he was trying to reach. So, Jack, let me ask you: when you see Optimus, the Tesla robot that's going to help raise our kids, walk around,
you can do that if you want to.
yeah. Give me a take. Do you see robots like running our household?
Oh, absolutely. They already are. They're just not physically present. The question is when they decide to replace troops, human troops, with robots.
Oh, man.
And just in terms of my trip, just so you know, I'm missing 2 work days. That's it. And if President Biden extends me an invitation, I took it. And hopefully you can read in between the lines. But I would just appreciate, and it's hard for me to tell you this, but hold tight. You will understand soon. The situation is very dangerous, and I would never do. I will take the criticism before I do a publicity stunt. And frankly, a press conference at this point in time would just be publicity.
I think the neighbors, the property owners, and the residents. I mean, 41,000 people live within a square mile here.
Yeah.
2 families share a 1-bedroom apartment.
But they want to hear that something is going to be done.
They want to know it's recognized. But they want to know it's recognized.
Exactly. But if I have a choice between that and compromising something, I just have to go along with it. It's not my area of expertise. I want to make sure that you are safe. And hopefully you can read in between the lines. But I would just appreciate and it's hard for me to tell you this, but hold tight. You will understand soon.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And when I am able to talk, I will be happy to go into great detail.
Okay. And you've got me on the street, and you're welcome to call me at any time. I'll call you right back.
No problem. And just in terms of my trip, just so you know, I'm missing 2 work days. That's it. And if President Biden extends me an invitation, I took it.
Dentist, complete scan. I don't brush my teeth. There's actually no. Why would you brush your teeth?
Your teeth aren't that yellow, so I'm surprised.
Well, they don't get yellow because I don't eat pop, candy, and cooked food. When you get cavities, it's from lack of fat and lack of enamel. When you're brushing your teeth with fluoride or whatever toothpaste, it's terrible for you. It's just straight chemicals. It's removing your enamel. That's why you're going to have weak teeth and get all these diseases.
Damn, Cardi B. They got you too? It's crazy how people would do anything just to become rich and famous, y'all. Look at this picture, y'all. And tell me, what do y'all see? You might even have to flip the camera upside down if you really can't see it just looking at it straight on. Look past the doves. Let me know if you got it. If not, maybe this will refresh your memory. I mean, come on now. It's clear as day, right? That also makes sense on why Cardi B knows so much. Y'all remember the live when she was like, I hate the people that was in such and such state. That's why y'all be getting hurricanes. And then she turned around and said, let me stop before I say too much. I don't want to get... Y'all all know that Cardi B can rap for real, right? Every hit song that she got has been written by somebody else, allegedly. And that's why they got a hold on her like that. If she get out of line, it's going to be so quick to bring her career down the drain. It's not even going to be funny. Before you get to the industry, people got to make sure you have your own following. Because if they build you up, best believe, you better not get out of line, because just as quick as they build you up, they can break you down. And you all know what happened when you don't play by their rules. People end up missing. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. Damn, Cardi.
Boom. He's ready to go. Who else wants some?
They've always been here. Some of these beings can, especially in the flying saucer group, that they actually can walk through those walls there. I mean, and you've heard so many stories, and they're factual in many cases, of flying saucers flying right into a mountain. Because to them, it doesn't mean anything, nothing to them. In the Zuni world, we call them the raw people. Raw people, because they're so supernatural, and they got the cosmic magic that they can do anything. They can appear right here and stand right here next to me, and they can disappear, and in instantaneously they'll be on the other side of the world. This is some technology that we have no understanding about yet. It's always been here. As far as things that are happening right now throughout the whole world, it's because that's the one that man created with the help of the dark forces. And if you really want to come right down to it, in the Pueblo and the Indian world, where I'm from, they call that witchcraft.
So we're finding out that Delta Airlines is offering the passengers of this flight right over here that flipped over in Toronto, Canada, $30,000 each. Let me show you, check this out. Here's the article right here. Delta Airlines offers $30,000 for each passenger on the flight that crashed in Toronto. So $30,000 for a flight that crash landed, flipped upside down, and burst into flames. I'll repeat, $30,000. Do you know the trauma you're going to have? You're never going to get on a flight again. Never want to fly again. Never want to see a plane again. Every time you see a plane coming down, you're going to think about it. Sleep disorder, eating disorder, you name it, you got it. $30,000. What are your thoughts on that? Is your life worth $30,000? These people almost lost their lives, and now they're going to be traumatized for the rest of their lives. Give me your thoughts in the comments. $30,000. The best.
Well, I mean, they could have gave you nothing, which is what they do with most of everything, right? Give you nothing. 30,000. Is it to hush them up? And if you don't take that 30,000 and sign this disclaimer, you're magically off yourself from the trauma you went through on that plane. That's how they'll build it. Better sign on that dotted line.
That I could describe to you what a demon is a meth head. It's the best way to describe what a demon would be physically. And why would I say such mess to you people about that? Well, the demons were the Nephilim here on Earth. And one of the things they loved to do here on Earth was to partake of the humans. All the glands that got them super high. And that taste has never went away from the demons or the Nephilim. They're the same. And so now, because they weren't supposed to be part of this system, they're stuck in detention. The neighboring bells, the walls, whatever you want to call it. But think of the demon as like a meth head, coming to you for their change, or your change, or whatever object they can sell in your ear. Sniffing on your scent, whatever aura, true to the universe.
I'm never eating McDonald's again. I bit into my nugget.
He bit in it.
And seen this shit. I don't know what the fuck it is. Hopefully somebody can
like something growing in that
give me an explanation.
He's all ruining it for him. She's selling his own growing.
But I almost ate this shit. Like, what the fuck is this? McDonald's, you got some explaining to do. What is this? I'm finna throw up. I'm finna puke everywhere. Bro, fuck no. You talking about just chill, bro. What is this, bro? And I done ate the whole 10-piece. This was the last nugget. On my mama, this was the last nugget, bro. I done ate the whole 10-piece damn near. And I just bit into this one.
So why is it that they are all about hiring more IRS agents to audit you? Whoever's watching this, they want to audit you. They want to find out if you didn't pay $600 in taxes. They want to come and collect it from you. Whoever's watching this right now, but God forbid we audit the wasted expenditure the government has. Oh, no, no, no. We are politicians. We are very good people. We are people that we know what we're doing because we got this fancy degree. But we should audit the people because the people out there are not paying their fair share. What if the government's got a lot of wasted money? What if the government's doing a lot of stuff that we don't know anything about? And by the way, they started off with the USAID. Once they get into, and that was only a $40, $50 billion budget, what are they going to do when it gets into DHS? And what is it going to happen when we get into Medicare, Medicaid? Money's being funneled all over the place. Accountability is on its way, and the American people are ecstatic.
You both were members of Skull and Bones, a secret society at Yale. What does that tell us?
Not much, because it's a secret.
Is there a secret handshake? Is there a secret code?
I wish there were something secret I could manifest.
322, a secret number?
There are all kinds of secrets, Tim.
You were both in Skull and Bones, the secret society.
It's so secret we can't talk about it.
What does that mean for America? The conspiracy theorists are going to go wild.
I'm sure they are. I don't know. I haven't seen the web.
Number 322.
Welcome to the Skull and Bones Society. This is where the most powerful men in the world are groomed for their futures. Every president, every CEO, every douchebag named Ryan Seacrest.
Be sure to go check out my second channel after you're done watching this, because we're doing a scary TikTok reaction over there. Link in the bio.
Hey! 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 Yo! 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 Hey! Yo! Fuck the bottom, dude! Fuck you!
Okay, so I have to call. No, it's not weird. It's my appendix. I want to keep it. So I have to call a funeral home.
Yeah.
And then I have to get the funeral home to come and pick up my appendix.
The organ. Yeah, you would tell them you're just you have to pay whatever their fees would be to come pick up the organ, and tell them because they do embalming, so they would probably have the formalin or whatever preservative needed to preserve the organ for you, and then I guess they would find a container, or you would find a container to place it in.
So the funeral home would come pick it up, and then I'd pick it up from the funeral home.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then we would have to fill out some paperwork. And
what paperwork?
That would
Do
be.
I have to fill out anything?
Pathology would have the paperwork for you to sign. It would be like a release of remains.
Okay. So when would I do that?
That would be, I guess, whenever I can get pathology's phone number for you, and then you can just call them directly during business hours, and then they would arrange the paperwork for you to sign.
Okay. I would like their phone number.
Okay, I'll get it for you.
Thank you.
But nobody. Life and death is such a big, big business. I know when we had the baby, our hospital bill because we have good insurance, was $300, right? But if we didn't have insurance, I believe it was like $17,000 just to have the baby. Well, we were there 48 hours because she had a C-section. The 48-hour hospital stay was like $17,000. And then when you die, it's like $15,000 to pay for all that. Big business, y'all. That's just daily. Every city, every state is just nonstop life and death, nonstop. It's a big business, y'all.
To tell these unfortunate bodybuilding customers is why people are selling whey protein. They're selling whey protein because when you take milk and you convert it into cheese, as the cheese becomes solid, you have all this water that's left over, and you have to drain it out. That water has whey protein in it. And for many years, the dairy farmers couldn't figure out what to do with all of that whey. They would bury it in a landfill. They would pay people to take it away. And somebody found out a number of years ago that they could dehydrate it, put it in a tub, and put it on the shelf and say, this will build your muscles. And sadly, people believed it, and they buy it. To this day, that's what it is. It's the junk of the cheese industry, and people believe it will help them.
What? Yeah, there's no secret with with protein in general, right? I see a lot of people like when I first started, I was like, I gotta have a protein shake because I'm gonna lose weight. When I started getting on this journey and getting knowledge on food and whatnot, I started thinking I gotta drink protein to lose weight. No, all protein is, it's say you're trying to hit 200 grams of protein a day. All that is quick 25, 30 grams of protein. That's it. It's the same. It'd be way better if you just ate 6-ounce chicken breast and got that 30, 40 grams of protein from something more, I guess you could say natural, you know what I mean? But we know the drama with the food, right? But that's all protein is, y'all. It's not a magic weight loss or muscle gainer. It's just a quick shot of 30 grams of protein. That's all it is.
Never heard this.
No.
It's the greatest story ever, bro. It's the greatest story.
So the Nazis made a deal with the aliens?
Yes.
Holy shit.
For technology, and the deal was they were going to work together, okay? I know this sounds crazy. So basically the aliens go down and Klaus Schwab's dad go down and meet with Eisenhower. It's going to be like we could either do it one way or the other way. We can do it nice or we can do it the wrong way. And that's where they say Eisenhower made a deal with these aliens that they could kidnap people and do experiments, but they couldn't just do it anywhere. They had specific places, which were our national forest. What? Yeah, dude. You've never heard of this. The missing 411 come from?
I was going to say.
The missing information? What missing information?
No, the missing 411.
What do you mean by that?
Which is all these people have mysteriously disappeared in force. And they don't know
you're not
how.
talking about the missing 411 like information.
No.
So missing 411 is the number of people that have been abducted?
Yeah, and it's all really weird because they all have a lot of similar characteristics.
The fact that the hookah thing was done after the fact that the guy's dead because he's a piece of shit.
Who, Irv or 50? Irv was.
Why
do you say that? Yeah, why do you say that?
Man, so many people in New York got killed. So many people's careers have been deaded. You know, he had Ashanti in the back seat naked, rolling around New York, letting her fuck everybody for her deal. You know, he had control of the fucking masters and wouldn't let her have her you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of going on over there with that shit.
That's a fiery accusation.
A lot of shit going on.
That's just an accusation, but just plain hypotheticals. If that was true for Ashanti, like that's why I say the CEO, not the top dog, like the Lear Cohens, they're terrible too, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying like the person that is the face, right? Is the face of Murder Inc., is the face of Aftermath, is the face of Cash Money, is the face of Rockefeller, is the face of, No Limit Records, all these, record executives that are the face, not the top dog, but the face of it. I feel like they're industry plants, y'all. They do all these crazy things, screw people over for money, get away with things, get away with murder, and they're industry plants, y'all. I'm putting it out there right now. Segovia said it first. You heard it here.
They got her. They got another one, dude. Have y'all heard the conspiracy theory about Amy Winehouse and her and Lady Gaga? Yes, man. Kelly Osbourne. Look, this was her younger days. As you can see, as you can see,
Amy Winehouse and Kelly Osbourne used to hang out a lot. We'll get to you in a minute, Paris. You too, Perez. But sadly to say, 2011, Amy Winehouse is no longer with us. Well, not long after that, 2 years later, Lady Gaga writes an open letter. Your show breeds negativity. Now, why would Lady Gaga be bashing her when she looks just like Amy Winehouse? This is the theory now, okay? Just remember this. They are the same person, allegedly. Now, before you go flipping out saying you've heard this when you haven't heard this one, what if Lady Gaga acted like she was mad with Kelly just so nobody could get them seen together because really, she's Amy Winehouse? Dun, dun, dun. Just saying, man, there's a lot of, lost my dignity. Yeah. There's a lot of similarities, man. Never know, though, about these things, now do we?
If you had a coffee mug, the amount of space in that coffee mug has enough potential power to boil off all the oceans of the world. Nikola Tesla called it the infinite energy field. That was mastered decades ago. Once you get it tapped, it's just flowing. That means that every home, business, car, manufacturing, village in Africa would be able to have a device that would generate all the energy they need for all the needs that we have for a modern civilization. There's no pollution, there's no radiation. And once you have the system, there's no cost. The problem is, if that technology were to be disclosed, it's a quadrillion dollars in proven assets, oil, gas, coal, that are obsolete. That's what they're protecting.
This technology has been around for decades.
About 100 years, there has been empirical evidence of this energy field.
It's crazy.
I'm outside of a famous American poison factory where over 1 billion were served diabetes, chronic heart disease, and fear of clowns. China, if you've ever wondered why Americans are so dependent on your pharmaceutical exports, remember, our bread is cake. We eat Red 40 yoga mat foam dipped in high fructose corn syrup for breakfast. Even our salt has sugar in it. Our population is so sick, scientists just declared Americans with a healthy BMI an endangered species. You got Chow Yun fat, we have Chow Yun fatty, but it wasn't always this ugly. In fact, until 1990, even hospital waiting room salmonella factories like this one used to French fry real Idaho potatoes in beef tallow. Dude selling cheap drywall convinced Americans through Super Bowl ads and magazine ads that statins and seed oils were health food. Now they freedom fry Bill Gates' russets in 4 different kinds of machine lubricant, and we don't even have modern trains.
So I don't normally jump on that health insurance is a scam, but today it is absolutely a scam, and I swear it's fraud. I need an MRI on my back because I hurt my back. My clinic sent it over to a hospital. They ran it through my insurance. They called me and said, hey, your portion of it that you're going to have to pay after insurance is $5,100 for this MRI. So I'm like, wow, okay. I was like, before we do that, just wait, because I'm like, $5,100 just seems wild. I called another place who was also waiting for my insurance to go through to see how much it was going to be. My insurance was still on hold with them, but I asked them, hey, if I just cash pay this, how much is it going to cost for this MRI? And they're like, well, if you just want to cash pay it, not run anything through insurance, it's $700. And so I'm like, sounds a lot better than $5,100. So I called the original hospital back and said, hey, if I don't run this through insurance, what is the cost if I just decide to self-pay it, since I know the other place is $700? The lady's like, I'll rerun it under you being self-pay and I'll call you back with your total. So a few minutes go by, the lady calls me back and she goes, hey, I talked to my supervisor. Since you have insurance, we are not going to let you self-pay it. So we won't give you that number.
God, it's so...
How is that not a scam?
It is so frustrating, y'all, that they just get away with this. Not only just that, but that energy field that we just saw on the Sean Ryan podcast. They have these things that not only make it easier for us, for the world, everybody can have electricity, all these third world villages, and everybody can have a taste of, lighting, lights in the background. We can have free energy, y'all. And we can have no pollution out there. And they don't for the dollar. Same right here with the hospital. They can do $700 MRI cash. But no, we're going to go through insurance because we want that 5100 because we don't care about you. We don't care about you, us. They don't care about us. They care about the dollar. And that's what I can't stand. When I go places, I get so upset. My mama bear gets mad at me because I'm like, when I worked, there's gonna be a little rant, y'all. When I worked for, Sonora Quest, LabCorp, the people loved me. The people looked out for me that I went to the doctor's offices and stuff because I didn't do things by the book because I don't see the people in the warehouse. I don't see my supervisors all day, every day. I see the people every day. I want to make them happy because they're the ones that I interact with all the time. So I wouldn't, when they needed something from the warehouse, I wouldn't make them fill out a letter and wait 10 days to get that box. You know what? I would go fill up a box when I get back and take it to them. Because guess what? When you mess up, they're going to come back to you. They're going to be like, hey, Segovia didn't do that. He did everything right. It was our fault. They're going to take the blame, right? But same right here. Like if I was at front desk, I mean, it's probably different there, but like look out for the people because the people are the ones that care about you. But these people that do things by the book and I can't stand it, y'all, especially at little places of business, right? Like I was working at SnorQuest making like $15 an hour. I ain't gonna do things by the book. I'm gonna do things that make the people happy because I see the people every day. Sorry for that rant. Y'all, I can go on for an hour about this, but we're gonna keep it short because y'all got short attention spans. You guys want to get back to the reaction? Let's do it.
My choice if I want to self-pay something versus running it through my insurance. How I should get to decide that, not you, but they're like, nope, since you have insurance and you've already done it that way, we are not going to allow you to self-pay it. And I think that's because they probably were going to give me a self-pay price, kind of like the other place, maybe $700, maybe up to $1,300, still way less than $5,100 that it was going to make me pay. And I just think like, what if, somebody wouldn't, like, what if I wouldn't have called around? I would have been stuck with this $5,100 bill. Insurance is such a ripoff. I don't know how in the world this hospital is telling me that I now can't self-pay it. What does it matter? I'm going to go to the other place, but I don't know how this hospital is allowed to now tell me, hey, yeah, you can't self-pay something
Ridiculous.
If you have already had us run it through your insurance. I haven't even had it yet.
Over around here, it looks like it's nice and shallow. An easy way to deal with something, right? I'm still not touching the bottom, by the way.
All right, family. There you have today's reaction. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you made it this far, leave that like, comment, subscribe. Y'all don't got to beat this into your head. You know what to do if you made it this far. You got to show some love. We just got an hour and 15 minutes in like it was nothing. Appreciate all the love you guys have been showing. Got to get back in the rhythm, y'all. I took a couple days off recently and the channel took a hit. Second YouTube channel. We're going to be doing some type of, I can't say the word, offing video on a famous rapper. We're gonna get into that over there because y'all seem to like on that channel. Video took off 150,000 views over there. That one video got me monetized on that channel, y'all. So all I can say is if you guys want to get this going, you never know. That one video, it can take one video to get you monetized over there. So we're gonna do that over there. Be sure to go over there. A little Pimp C video of how a lot of people think he was, he didn't go naturally, right? But anyways, y'all, hope everyone out there has a good day. Make sure you guys go check that video out, link down below. This is Segovia. I'm signing out of the man cave. I'm gonna see you guys on the next one tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Later.